yourself. Kia ora koutou, and welcome to Tyrants of the Underdark in about 3 minutes, review copy used. It has no solo mode, it's a game for 2 to 4 players, playing time is short to medium, and it's a moderately complex game. Miles beneath the surface of the world of Faerun is the Underdark, home to monsters like the Mind Flayers, Beholders, Duergar, and Drow. You are a Drow matriarch intent on conquering the Underdark for your house. Can you sweep away all opposition before you? The game ends if the market deck ever runs out, or if one player runs out of troops. Play until everyone has the same number of turns. The winner is the player with the most victory points, which you get from cards, controlling areas, and defeating enemies. Deck building. You start with basic cards and add in more powerful ones. Area control. Having tokens in an area gets you benefits and points. Network building. You can only place new troops next to your existing ones. Player turn. For a 2-player game, only use the central area. Include one side area for each additional player. There are 6 different monster decks. Choose 2 to play with and shuffle them together to form the market. Then take your starting hand of 7 nobles and 3 soldiers and shuffle them. Draw 5 cards. On your turn, you will play these cards to get their benefits. The basic resources on the cards are power and influence. On your turn, total up all influence you have and check the market. A new card's cost is shown in its top right corner. When you buy a card, add it to your discard pile, then draw a new market card. Power lets you influence the board. 1 power lets you place a troop in an empty spot, but it must be adjacent to one of your existing troops. Spies break this rule, so the orange player could place here because of that. You can spend 3 power to remove a spy and 3 to assassinate an enemy troop. Remove that troop from the board and place it in your trophy room as victory points. If you have a majority of troops at one of the cities, claim its control bonus token. And if you have all troop slots full, flip it to its total control side. You can use the benefits of these tokens once per turn. A lot of cards have keywords and special actions. Let's look at some. Place a spy lets you place a spy anywhere on the board, increasing your reach. Assassinate removes troops to your victory pile. Deploy lets you place troops on the board. Supplant lets you claim an enemy troop for victory points and replace them with one of your own. Return lets you move an opponent's piece to their reserve, and Promote lets you take a card and remove it from your deck. It is worth more points at the end of the game. Devour removes a card from the game. Place it in the devoured pile. And at the end of your turn, draw 5 new cards, and if you run out, shuffle your discard pile and continue. Why would you like this game? Tyrants of the Underdark takes the core idea of deck building and applies it to the area control genre, and the result is a great experience. Deck builders are all about ramping up your deck, trimming out weak cards and buying better ones. By adding that dynamic to an area control game, you end up with a highly interactive game that builds and builds to a tense finale. So it's a game for people who like deck building but want to do more with their cards. And for people who like area control but want something with emergent powers. The 6 different monster sets also introduce new wrinkles to gameplay, with each having a mechanical theme of its own. And despite having a D&D theme, you don't need to know any of that lore to enjoy the game at all. The best thing about this game is that your power ramps up, and so does the conflict as you start running out of space. The end game is great. However, this new edition drops the plastic tokens from the old edition for cardboard ones. I didn't think the tokens added much, but this is important to some people. And the card stock is a bit flimsy. If you plan on playing the game a lot, it could benefit from sleeving. For a simpler area control game with emergent powers, try Galilean Moons. And for another deck building hybrid, try June Imperium. Tyrants of the Underdark. Gold medal game. 3-minute board games does not accept payment from publishers. If you enjoy seeing content like this, come support us on Patreon. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button and subscribe to the channel.